Villeman. It's a great one for our second round. As Villeman pulled off the win in the first round, but Ricky Carmichael, just how tough is Ricky Carmichael? I'm telling you, with a cracked bone in the top of his hand, he's taking on Travis Pastrana and the rest here in San Diego. We're off and running. The Powerade hole shot goes to Kevin Windham, number 14, but it's Travis Pastrana taking the lead in the loops. Oh, he takes a giant leap onto the platform. So it's Pastrana, Windham, Villeman, LaRocco, Ferry, and then Ricky Carmichael. You told it that way when you were talking about the Powerade hole shot. Not necessarily the first guy out of the whoops.
Well, Travis is phenomenal in the whoops. Steve Lamson is down. This is at the end of the whoops.
Steve is working so fast in the preliminary rounds and in practice on that Husqvarna.
He got collected with, looks like maybe Stefan Roncada. It just got to be a big jam in the rear of the pack. Steve is he's not moving just yet.
A great 125 champion, especially during his years with Honda. Two-time outdoor 125 champion. Here comes the leader with the yellow flags out. Travis Pastrana. David Villeman in second. Pastrana going over each whoop. Slowing down. Windham in third. LaRocco in fourth. And still Carmichael in fifth. With Tim Ferry right behind him.
Well, Travis almost lost the lead right there. Villeman had a head of steam coming into the whoop section, and because of Lamson being down, Travis had to change his line. Good recovery to hang on to the lead.
McGrath has moved up to 8th. There you see 14, Kevin Windham and LaRocco. Those two might not be easy to get around on this track.
It's very difficult. Villeman talked about after his semi turning into a little bit of a one-line situation. We'll find out. He's all over the leader. Carmichael all over his teammate Mike LaRocco right now. These guys were together in reverse order, that is, last week.
Travis Pastrana, number 199. Yellow flags are still out as Lamson is on the ground. The wood is right over his body almost. Pastrana on the Suzuki. Suzuki has never won here in San Diego.
Has Travis ever led a 250 race? Main event, I can't think.
You got a pretty good point there. I can't recall one either. I can recall him coming up and challenging.
He's got to keep his cool right here. He believes in himself. He's got to just let Villeman do his thing and settle down.
With Pastrana taking a 19th in the first round, Villeman, of course, would get a nice edge in that points lead over Carmichael. The chances are it won't stay the same. A 20-lap main event, 20 riders in the 250 field here in San Diego. Let's get a report on Steve Lamson. Davey Copes?
Well, I just talked to Dr. John Bonner. It looks like a broken leg for Lamson. A broken leg.
Oh, Villeman just passes Travis Pastrana. And the bad news about Lamson. Thanks, Davey. David Villeman, who won the first round at Anaheim, has taken the lead away from Travis Pastrana.
That's okay. Travis just got to keep his cool right here and just get comfortable with running up front. He's never done this before. The lead's right there. He's got his teammate on his tail. That doesn't make you that nervous. He knows what Windham's all about, what his capabilities are. They ride together.
Windham trying to recover from a not-so-good result in the first round as well.
I'll tell you what the news is here. Carmichael has gotten around LaRocco, broken free of him, and he's starting to reel in this battle right here between the Suzuki teammates. Carmichael is just blowing my mind tonight, Art. I cannot believe how strong he has come back from that hand injury.
Well, you've had a broken bone to the top of your hand before, and it's not a fun thing. Hold it a minute, David. Let's go down to Davey.
Hey, I'm down here with Brian Schneider. This is Travis Pastrana's cousin. He also plays for the Montreal Expos. This is the stadium where you got your first major league hit. What do you think about Travis maybe getting the first 250 Pro win here?
Well, this place is real special to me. I'm just hoping it's real special to him tonight. He's racing good. I hope he keep it up.
Let's get back out there and cheer.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
David Villeman, tough with the lead. He's got good technique. With Travis Pastrana, the rookie 250 rider behind him, and Kevin Windham, a teammate behind him, with Ricky Carmichael knocking on the door in fourth. Oh, this could be a great, great finish. 15 laps to go still.
Some about this building, Art, and David Villemin to just click.
That's right. Villemin won his first 250 race right here 2 years ago.
Travis isn't letting him off the hook, though. He's still got him in sight. He's pulling away from his teammate now.
Check out the leaderboard. David Villemin, Travis Pastrana, Wyndham Carmichael, and Larocco rounding out the top 5. But I doubt that it'll stay that way. We'll be back.
The power of nature. Protection that smells good.
Back in San Diego. This was what happened while we were away. Ricky Carmichael made the pass on Wyndham, and Ezra Lusk hit the dust. But Larocco also passed Wyndham for 3rd and 4th. So it's Villemin, Pastrana, Carmichael, Larocco, Chad Reed, and Kevin Wyndham in the top 6.
I'll tell you what, Villemin was gone. He pulled away from Travis. It looked like that was that, but Travis has reached back, and he has started to close on Villemin. Villemin is not out of the woods yet, and when they get into the lapped riders, I expect that to tighten up even more. Travis is the kind of kid that will not give up. Villemin will look at this like, well, it's a long year and be willing to be safe. Travis will not. That kid wants to win so bad.
If you at home can't wait for the race to finish, to check out the results, then you should tune in to the Sports Supercross live webcast on ESPN.com. Results as they happen. Well, RC was 8 seconds behind Villemin, and then after they made the move, he lost a second to Villemin. But right now, look at this. Larocco is starting to close on Carmichael. This could be a great battle with 8 laps to go.
Larocco will not leave him alone, that's for sure. Carmichael got his first win here last year. Got around McGrath. Larocco also got him around McGrath and was closing slightly on Carmichael. He is a fast finisher. Carmichael knows it. He's just trying to survive here. For a kid that just wanted points, man, he's digging pretty deep.
Let's check out the Honda stopwatch now as Carmichael is trying to hold off Larocco. There's the difference. The last lap and this lap for Villemin's advantage over Carmichael. It's down to 7.89. So almost 8 seconds.
Well, Larocco is at the end of this freight train. Everybody turned a faster lap that time. Travis, Carmichael, and Larocco faster almost by a second than Villemin. Villemin is going to be feeling this heat. They got 6 laps to go. That's almost a complete heat race. A long time left.
Jeremy McGrath fans, he's in 7th. He just passed Tim Ferry.
Well, I don't think it's an arm pump situation tonight with Jeremy. The arm pump, I mean, just imagine if you're doing one of those little hand squeezes and did about 100 of those things until your arm was just spastic. Imagine trying to ride like that. Jeremy has rebounded and made his way up through the field a little bit.
Here comes Lusk making the block pass. Lusk, after going down, trying to pick up points. Less than 6 laps to go. David Villemin has the edge on Travis Pastrana. Pastrana was 0.2 of a second behind Villemin on the last lap. And here's Ricky Carmichael in 3rd. I'm just so impressed with Carmichael. Fighting through the pain barrier to participate this well.
And you know, I broke a metacarpal in my hand, and I couldn't even button my pants. I mean, let alone try to ride. Just the vibration on the handlebars alone is painful for the kid.
Let's check in with Davey Combs.
Well, I know that hand is really bothering Ricky through the whoops. But I'll tell you another thing that's working against him. With the way that Villemin and Pastrana, and to an extent Larocco, taller riders, are able to go through those whoops, they're pulling them on every lap through there. Carmichael looks good everywhere but the whoops. And the whoops, he looks like a different rider than he was in 2001.
Well, they're forcing this guy, as they should, to ride at his peak. I know that's what Jeremy was trying to do to get that title back, but he hasn't been a factor. The rest of these guys are really taking it to Ricky and forcing him to ride at his peak for as long as possible, and hopefully the kid will make a mistake. He's rode on the edge so much last year, and he did it the first round, but here he's been pretty solid.
Villemin looking for his 2nd straight round. You think he can win the championship, Davey?
Well, I'll tell you what, Villemin has never won a major championship other than some of the stuff he did in France. Coming to All-American Ryan Supercross. I mean, this is as tough as it gets. I would be very surprised, but to tell you the truth, who'd have thought he'd come out here and win the first 2 races in a row?
That's right. He battled John Dowd in '98 for the 125 championship, getting 3 wins, but that wasn't enough to beat John Dowd out of that title. Oh, look at there! LaRocco passing Ricky Carmichael. LaRocco had such fast laps in the opening round in Anaheim, and it was a crash, unavoidable crash, because he was right behind Ricky Carmichael when Ricky went down. LaRocco fighting back for a second place, has now taken 3rd here in round 2.
That's a huge move. LaRocco had to do it. He had to show Ricky that when he should be able to beat him, that he can. All these guys are going to start to respect LaRocco a lot more if he keeps riding like this. And out front, Pastrana has closed the gap even more on Billaman. The lead is only just under 2 seconds now.
Well, LaRocco looks better than the tapes I saw in his last win in Pontiac in '95.
It's like a fine wine, man. This guy is just getting better and better and stronger all the time.
David Billaman still with a lead on Pastrana. Billaman looking very smooth. Cuts through those moves beautifully. I'm pleased with Pastrana.
Yeah, compared to last year's event here for Travis, he crashed several times getting to the main event and had that horrible crash in the first lap of the main through the whoops. Rung his bell pretty good and had to sit out after that. Much better ride. 1 year later for Travis, much smarter rider, and he's got a shot to win the whole thing.
San Diego was Billaman's first 250 win, as we mentioned. He was the only, and still is, the only first-time winner in 250 action in San Diego.
You can see how much Travis has closed the gap. Billaman's going to start feeling that. Billaman really hasn't had pressure to this point. And Travis doesn't have any either from LaRocco. He's still got a pretty good cushion. With 1 lap to go, Travis doesn't have to worry about anything behind him. He can afford to take a couple chances.
The white flag is getting ready for David Billaman the next time around. Billaman is stuck with the lead.
I had a feeling that Billaman was able to get the track wired in the semi. He was really frustrated with himself, and his start in the heat race has fixed all that here in the main, and a couple more corners to go. Jeremy won't quite get lapped this week, so he did a little better, but still not nearly the kind of race he needs to have his championship at.
White flag for Billaman. He won in San Diego 2000 and came back in Phoenix, Minneapolis, and New Orleans for 4 wins that year, finishing 2nd behind Jeremy McGrath in the 250 points race.
I got mixed up. I thought that was the last lap. Jeremy gets out of the way for Travis. Here comes Travis right out of the corner. 1 more lap, pulling out all the stops.
2 straight weeks, Jeremy McGrath has been lapped. David Billaman for the 2nd straight week is in the lead, but Travis Pastrana just might pull out all the stops here on the final lap.
Billaman has got to be flawless. He cannot afford 1 mistake. Damon Huffman right there, number 20, the only lapped rider between him and the finish line.
Oh, Pastrana pulling up as David Billaman likes to look back at his competition. In fact, he hates tracks that he can't see the competition. David Billaman, his 2nd consecutive victory of the season. His 6th career victory. And he becomes definitely the rider to beat. Momentum on his side with a 2nd consecutive win. Slaps the palm of Travis Pastrana going by. Pastrana securing 2nd. And Mike LaRocco, a 3rd place finish with Carmichael in 4th. So LaRocco picks up even more points on Ricky Carmichael. And David Billaman remains the series points leader after 2 rounds.
Ricky did an excellent job of limiting the damage here. A lot of people thought he was going to be a lot worse off than he was, so to let LaRocco by and only give up a couple points was pretty good considering.
I heard he was looking for at least top 5, and that's what he got in 4th. Our Honda results page: Billaman, Pastrana, LaRocco, Carmichael, Chad Reed a 5th place with Windham in 6th, Luskin 7th.